we are back with stream number 5. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you are, if you haven't subscribed already to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. That way you get notified when I post more videos like these. Today we're covering about 7 articles. I had about 13 lined up tonight, and it looks like I'm having some difficulties pulling off a live stream. So this will just be a post recording. I'll post about half. That way I'm not shooting myself in the foot. Running about an hour stream. Today should be a quick stream. Like I said, I got some interesting articles lined up. I'm really excited to cover them with you guys and show you guys what I found. This one that I'm starting out with right away starts off with a death, unfortunately. Illinois man was stuck in the Alaska mudflats and drowns as the tides come in. The article states that they were actually in they were working on rescue efforts when they just couldn't save him in time. They dispatched 2 air ambulances to the area, but by the time that they arrived, he had already been submerged by the rising waters. The victims identified as Zachary Porter, 20-year-old from Lake Bluff, Illinois, where he found himself stuck waist deep on Sunday evening as the tide steadily advanced. His body was later recovered on Monday morning, stated by the Alaska State Troopers. It states that Porter's friends immediately contacted emergency services through a 911 call, but unfortunately their efforts proved futile as the situation deteriorated rapidly. In response to the distress call, medical services, including 2 air ambulances, rushed to the scene. It also states that they confirmed their involvement in the incident and stated that despite their arrival, the individual had already come submerged. Weston expressed their involvement in recovery operations. So, this area runs about 48 miles and it is charred by um, the glacier rocks. So, it's basically slated rock, 48 miles long. So you would think that tourists from out of state or, friends of people that live in that local area will go out there and explore, maybe adventure, you know, walk, hike, take a quad. Um, but it is unfortunate this 20-year-old man, gets stuck and drowns as tides come in. I mean, you know, that just shows you that you cannot fool with Mother Nature. You cannot fool with Mother Nature, no matter what you think. We do not have control over, the elements. Moving on, this one struck me because it just seemed like the park rangers did not have to kill this poor animal. This article stating that a bison calf was killed after it was disturbed by a tourist at Yellowstone National Park. There's that man there. Looks like he's holding it near the water. Uh, the article states that the Yellowstone National Park law enforcement officers are asking the public about information regarding an incident that occurred the evening of May 20th between an unidentified man and a newborn bison calf at the park's northeast corner. It states that the unidentified white male in his 40s or 50s, I mean he's in his late 50s. Let's just be real here. Come on. I mean, you'll never find the guy if you're looking for someone in his 40s, but that's just my opinion. Let's get this article down. There we go. So it says unidentified male in his late 40s or 50s wearing a blue shirt and black pants approached a newborn calf in Lamar Valley. The calf had been separated from its mother when the herd crossed the Lamar River. As the calf struggled, the man pushed the calf up from the river and onto the roadway. Visitors later observed the calf look up and follow cars and people. So the calf got separated from the herd, and because this fool touched him, he most likely was rejected by the herd. Um, it says that interference with people can cause wildlife to reject their offspring. In this case, park rangers tried repeatedly to reunite the calf with the herd. Those efforts failed. The calf was later killed by park rangers because it was abandoned by the herd and causing a hazardous situation by approaching cars and people along the roadway. So they just made up their mind to kill the calf. You know, we can't just let it try to survive on its own. We're just gonna kill the calf. I think that's crazy, but it is understandable why the herd would reject the calf. Just like I was taught in kindergarten, if you see a bird fall out of a nest, don't touch the bird. Why? Because then a mommy will reject the baby. And it's like you would think that everyone has that type of common sense, um, or even just the know-how of how to handle a wild animal, which is not to handle them at all, to stay away from them, let them do their own thing, and let them be at peace. A lot of people don't have that common sense. So you're going to get fools like this, right? Picking up a calf and probably moving him to the roadway for a photo shoot, right? Before he left. Who knows? I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think that this guy should be charged with the animal's death? Do you think that he should get away scot free? Because they're gonna find him eventually. The internet is gonna do their job at doxing this man if this article is mainstream. If it's mainstream or on Twitter, people do what they do best when it comes to doxing people, and they'll find this guy in, I'd say, about a week. So my question is, will charges be brought up on upon this guy? Moving on, we're just crushing it tonight with articles. We got no time to waste. Uh, I know of this man because of the meme, but I didn't know of him outside of the meme. It says that he actually died in a tragic accident. If you don't know who he was, he's just a farmer on a meme. Basically, it says it ain't much, but it's honest work. And I think there was actually a video of this guy talking, and they turned it into a meme. So he died from a tragic accident. A well-known Ohio farmer who gained internet fame through a meme has passed away, leaving behind a profound impact on the agricultural community in addition to his online legacy. David Brandett, age 76, was reported driving back to his Fairfield County farm where he had collected red corn when his truck was involved in the crash. He was transported to the hospital by emergency crews. Let's see if how injured he was. Uh, it says that he passed away overnight on Saturday, and his family, friends, they received a call around 7 a.m. on Sunday morning. That is just so sad. He seems so happy and full of life, and that just goes to show you that our time here, ultimately all comes to an end. Everyone meets, a demise of some sort. But it's sad. It's sad. His memory lives on through his memes and making people happy. Moving on, we got a Kentucky man accused of shooting a roommate over the last hot pocket. I covered 2 streams ago, or maybe my previous stream, about people losing their senses, people losing their humanity. We're seeing more senseless crime than ever before. The uptick is just crazy to me, and this article proves it. This article proves it. Kentucky man accused of shooting roommate for eating his last hot pocket, and he's smiling. This man feels no remorse. He probably ate the hot pocket waiting for the police. It says a man from Kentucky has been accused of shooting his roommate following a dispute over the last hot pocket. Clifton Williams, 64, was apprehended by the Louisville early Sunday and charged with 1 count of second-degree assault. During his arraignment on Monday, he pleaded not guilty. Goes on to say the victim informed the police that he attempted to defend himself but was in a process of leaving when Williams re-entered the residence, retrieved a firearm, and shot him in the backside. Injured individual managed to... Oh, what happened here? The injured individual managed to travel a few blocks to seek assistance and was subsequently transported to the nearby hospital. His injuries are not life-threatening. Looks like the man Williams has been arraigned on a bond of $7,500 and has been ordered to refrain contacting him. This is crazy. This is crazy. He shot his roommate in the back. He didn't kill him. His injuries are not life-threatening, but you can tell by this man's face he feels no remorse, and he probably is happy at what he's done because he got to eat the last hot pocket. This is just wild to me. Wild. It's wild that people are like I said, losing their humanity every day. You know, crazy, crazy. This is a big one, straight from Microsoft. If you have a Microsoft computer, Microsoft phone, if they still have those, apparently there was a typhoon, Volt Typhoon, uh, company that targeted the Microsoft specifically. This article says U.S. critical infrastructure of living off the land techniques, but let's be real here. They targeted Windows as a whole. They targeted Microsoft, excuse me, as a whole. You're telling me that Volt Tycoon, which is a company that was established about a year and a half ago, I believe, uh, had this type of access and it's just being discovered today, then that means they had a lot more access than they want us to believe. It says Microsoft has uncovered stealthy and targeted malicious activity focused on post-compromise credential access and network system discovery aimed at critical infrastructure organizations in the United States. Let me hit that again. Microsoft has uncovered stealthy and targeted malicious activity focused on post-compromise credential access and network system discovery aimed at critical infrastructure organizations. So that's basically saying the credentialing process at large infrastructure organizations are compromised. We've seen this last year. Uh, this is big. Why is this big? Because this shows vulnerability within high critical systems. I'm talking about someone going in, creating badges, creating logins, to access these systems in the back end, and no one being aware that this is even going on. This was released 2 days ago by Microsoft. You can look this up and follow the. Looks like this is a press release here. Um, it says Volt Typhoon achieves initial access for targeted organizations through internet-facing Fortnite FortiGuard devices. Microsoft continues to investigate the methods for gaining access to those devices. A lot of the hotel and hospitality industries in Orlando, in Jacksonville, and in major cities, Florida, use Fortinet and FortiGuard devices for their switches and their secure servers. Um, so that's just going to say what credentials were made. I don't think we'll know specifically what companies were targeted, but we need to, step back. Let's see, it says right here credential access. If the account that Volt Typhoon compromises from the Fortinet devices have privileged access, they use that account to perform the following credential access activities, and it gives you the PowerShell commands of them. Let's see. These are just the PowerShell commands. Um, Microsoft has observed, it looks like Volt Typhoon attempting to dump credentials through a local security authority subsystem service, LA LSASS, which is just a national credentialing service through a PowerShell. This is just wild to me. We got to think of the serious implications of someone, a malicious actor, creating these type of badges and the damage they could inflict on companies, on people. If someone goes in with unauthorized access. And I apologize that this article came up in dark mode. I worked on trying to get the white background. I worked on trying to just pull it in through a document, and then for some reason it still comes up the same. This one is huge. Also, this is you know, these articles. I'm just dropping bombs tonight. I'm just dropping bombs tonight. I gotta say, these are bomb articles. Who, or in other words, World Health Organization chief warns of future pathogens with even deadlier potential than COVID 19. Let's just get it straight. They're telling us before it happens that we have another COVID 23, 24, 25, whatever they're going to name it. We have another one coming, and it's going to blow COVID 19 out of the water. It's going to blow that first round out of the water. It's going to make it look like chicken pox. Okay. And I'm not joking. I'm not joking. When they drop articles like this, it's because they know, and they're telling the people that are in the know to get ready, not to prepare or do this and that, to move their assets and to get ready. Just like we've seen before COVID and the major CEOs stepping down. Um, this is just another megaphone message, okay? But it's to those that are listening. People will write this off as a scare tactic, but I'm telling you now, okay, I'm telling you now, there's a plan in the works, and when you see something like this, it is good to dissect, but it's also good to keep on the back burner. Why? Because you can follow the breadcrumbs for when it does happen. When it does happen, you can go back and go, hey, they tried to tell us. You know, they tried to forewarn us what was going to come. It says the World Health Organization warned Monday the world must prepare for the next global pandemic, cautioning that the consequences could be even deadlier in the future. A threat of another variant emerging that causes new surges of diseases and death remains, and the threat of another pathogen emerging with even deadlier potential remains. So they're just telling us straight up, hey, we got it in the lab. It could leak. When it does leak, um, we're screwed. We're screwed. And I I don't know if you remember, but when COVID first took a grip on the entire world, everyone was willing to do whatever it took just to go back to normalcy. And that was a scary time, giving up freedoms to go back to normalcy, for it all to play out, and it was all for nothing. Okay? It was all for nothing. So again, I'm gonna tell you, these are the breadcrumbs that you keep on the back burner, and you be mindful about how the news is dropping. And when they mention stuff like this, you have to just put the pieces together and let yourself know, hey, should I pay more attention to this, or should I shift my focus on something else? Because a lot of the news is just a distraction, right? And they throw in the breadcrumbs between the distractions to, let other people know, hey, this is what's going on. Let me know what you think, though. Do you think, with everything that's happened over the past 3 years with COVID 19 and how it took its grip on the world, how do you think the world would react to another pandemic? Would we follow suit? Would we shut down, lock down, stay inside, wear masks, social distance? Or will people say no? Will people line up to get the vaccines the moment they're available? Who knows? But we got to take this information as breadcrumbs for the truth, and you know keep it on the back burner. Let me know what you guys think. I'm curious. I'm honestly curious to know what you guys think. Would the world go back to being complacent, right, and saying nah, or will we care more about maintaining normancy? Let me know. That's. I did say that when COVID did happen, people would eventually fall in line to go back to normalcy. But then, with enough give and take, and there's no give, there's only take, people are just going to stand up and say, hey, that's enough. I just want to go back to normalcy either way. And that's what eventually what happened. People started to protest and ask questions on why more vaccines were needed, why they couldn't see their family members for New Year's, for Christmas. So just be mindful of these things. Just be mindful of these things. Um, it was good until it wasn't. There was hope until it was lost. And we got to see the truth for what it is. But we can't be distracted by the fluffer news is what I call it. The news that just keeps you going, throughout the day, but it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't bring any value. It doesn't lead you in the direction. It doesn't get you thinking, you know. And that's what I'm trying to cover on this channel. I'm trying to, pull relevant topics that might not be relevant in today's conversations, but it gets you thinking, you know. So I hope, you enjoyed the stream today. We're gonna cut it short. I had 13 articles lined up. We're gonna stop at 6 tonight. I am running into stream issues, so I'm just trying to cut the stream before I run into more issues. This is about the third time I've ran the stream through and through. It's about 45 minutes. So, it's getting late, and I want to do a part two, continue the rest, and the part two will just be another stream. I'll stack more links up on that. Close that out for tonight. In fact, let's go ahead and close it out with this. Okay, this I thought was insane because it made me think of like the movie Jaws. It made me think of the movies where animals fight back. It says killer whale learns coordinated attacks on sailboats. Orcas may be teaching each other new ways to strike boats. 3 boats sunk after apparent coordinated orca attacks. Sailors speak out about the seemingly targeted incidents, and scientists weigh in on the whale's behavior. So it says sailors have reported a series of coordinated attacks by a group of orcas, including a May 22nd strike on a 26-foot vessel sailing off the coast of Cape Spartel, near the Strait of Gibraltar. I butchered that strait, but hey, it's okay. What's crazy now is that we have orcas just straight up attacking, waging war on sailboats. So they're saying they had enough of the sailboats in the region, and they want the sailboats gone. It says orcas arrived, 2 adults very big, 4 smaller ones. Sailor J.P. DeRunez wrote in Orca Attack Reports, a Facebook group dedicated to flagging orca activity. Both rudders destroyed and blocked. Boat to be hauled off later this week. It's crazy because it's like they know what to attack to render the boat inoperable. And it's like there's studies that orcas of this of you know these orcas learn through imitation. So the scientists are speculating that the orcas are imitating, what the first orca or what the mother orca or the female orca did. Continuing on, the article says that attack followed a nightmare strike on May 4th when a Swiss yacht, which was also sailing off that same strait, was attacked by 3 orcas. They struck its rudder and eventually sunk the yacht. Okay, the orcas sunk a yacht. They're waging war on that body of water. They're saying, hey, you guys are disturbing us. While we're here, there's no more sailboats, right, allowed to be, they want a social distance. Article goes on to say at least 15 human orca incidents were reported in 2020, the year in which the aggressive encounters are believed to have began. No casualties appear to have been reported in the attacks. Scientists say spikes in aggression may have been started by female orca whom scientists have named White Gladys. White Gladys is putting out hits, and she's letting it be known she runs the waters. She is saying she's had enough of the sailboats. She's taken out the sailboats. She's taken out yachts, and she even has a nickname, White Gladys. It says White Gladys is believed to have suffered a critical moment of agony, such as a boat collision, in which that affected trauma on the orca, triggering a behavioral switch that other killer whales have learned to imitate. The majority of the orca sailor encounters have been harmless. In more than 500 interactions recorded since 2020, there have been 3 sunken ships. We estimate that killer whales only touch one ship. This is hour, but should be out of every 100 that sail through the location. So, 500 interactions for the past 3 years, from whatever month they started recording, only 3 sunken ships. But we don't know the time, you know, we know the timeline of when it first started, which wasn't that long ago. Okay. I think they're waging all out war on the sailboats. Well, what do you guys think? Do you think White Gladys has got a hit out on the sailboats and on the yachts in the water, or do you think they're just imitating what White Gladys did and they have no idea what they're doing? Let me know what you guys think. I think that's just crazy. Like I said in my last stream or two ago, even the horses, even the animals are acting odd. The animals are acting very odd. They're acting in a peculiar way that isn't normally of them. So that struck out to me as very odd. And again, like I said, I cover articles that get you guys thinking. I try not to cover fluff or news because we got to follow the breadcrumbs. And if we can work up our discernment, then finding the truth will be so much easier. Thank you for tuning in to tonight's stream. I appreciate you tuning in. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it so much. If you do, share out the video. Help me get more clicks. Help me get more views. Right now, I'm on the road to at least 100 subscribers. Help me get there. If you, again, like the video, like the content, share out the video, share channel, subscribe, hit the bell notification. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. And I am out of here.